Every town has its secrets, but some are too dark to speak aloud. Deep in the state of Maine lies a forest the locals refuse to enter after sunset. They call it Hollow Woods, a place where shadows move on their own and the cursed walk among the living. Centuries ago, Hollow Woods was home to a small village. One brutal winter, famine struck. The villagers turned desperate and accused a woman named Eleanor of witchcraft. They claimed she cursed their crops, poisoned their children, and brought death upon them. Eleanor was dragged to the heart of the forest, tied to an ancient oak, and burned alive. But with her final breath, she screamed a curse: "This forest shall never rest. All who enter after dark will belong to me." From that night on, Hollow Woods was abandoned, but her spirit never left. Decades later, hikers, hunters, and even curious teenagers would vanish inside Hollow Woods. Survivors described the same terrifying vision: a pale woman in a tattered gown, her face burned, her eyes glowing like embers. Some claimed she whispered their names. Others said she appeared behind them when they were alone. The police dismissed these stories as superstition, but local records revealed dozens of missing persons, all lost near the forest, never found again. Just last year, a group of college students entered Hollow Woods to film a horror documentary. They laughed at the warnings, carried cameras, and promised to prove it was all fake. Hours of footage were recovered from their abandoned tent. In the final recording, you can hear heavy breathing, footsteps in the leaves, and then a woman's voice whispering, "Leave before it's too late." Moments later, the camera falls to the ground. The last image shows a burned hand reaching toward the lens, before everything cuts to black. None of the students were ever seen again. Today, Hollow Woods remains silent. No birds sing, no animals enter, only the wind howls through the twisted trees. But locals say, if you stand at the edge of the forest at midnight, you'll hear Eleanor's laughter drifting through the darkness. And if you dare to step inside, you may never step out again. So tell me, would you brave the cursed woods? Or will you stay far away, knowing the witch still waits for her next victim?